We're decoding encrypted transmissions and navigating through ion storms. That's right, it's Star Trek Cryptic from Funko Games. In this interactive interstellar story game, players take on the roles of Starfleet personnel, undertaking various missions aboard 3 different starships. By solving puzzles and navigating pathways, the players will earn merits and gain promotions. Because this is a socialist economy, so it's not money, but you do get judged on your merit. Star Trek. Because this is a puzzle game, I'm going to show you as little as possible to avoid spoilers. You will see some of the content, but not the solutions of the first puzzles. Setup begins with opening the box. Inside, you will find an instruction booklet with a big old stop sign, wisely insisting you read them before proceeding. This video serves as your mission briefing, so you can set that aside for now. A plastic bag with cardboard components, including 20 merit tokens you'll need to punch out. Or you'll get to, really. A logbook, and 3 envelopes, 1 for each ship in the game. The USS Euclid, Dorsey, and Radiant. Take the Euclid out for now, and set the other 2 back in the box. Also, you'll need to use some high-level sensors to find the clear screen at the bottom of the box. Take that out as well. Opening the logbook, you'll find an introduction and instructions to open the USS Euclid envelope. Read the intro aloud to your group, then flip to page 2, where you'll find the first puzzle entitled Urgent Transmission. When beginning the puzzle, players should first set aside a number of merit tokens as indicated with the merit symbol on the bottom of the page. These merits are known as the merit pool. Each puzzle will also list any components needed from the envelope. No additional materials are needed for this first example, but players are welcome to take notes on scratch paper, or in your captain's log or data pad. It was like an iPad, but you pass it to other people. You know that one? Each puzzle in the game has a correct answer the players must find in order to continue the mission. This answer is either 1 or 2 words long. Some puzzles have letter boxes outlined in red, indicating how many letters are in that answer. Other puzzles might have multiple choice options. Once players believe they have the right answer, they look it up in the index of hints and answers in the back of the logbook. This index is ordered alphabetically, so you don't have to read all the entries and spoil the puzzles for yourself. If the answer is correct, the entry provides instructions for gaining merits from the puzzle's pool, placing them into the mission envelope. The envelope contains all the merits from previous puzzles and pathways on this ship, allowing players to make change with the pool if needed. If the answer is incorrect, and thus not in the index, players will lose all the merits in the puzzle's pool. If there are multiple answers and players look up the wrong one, they'll be instructed to lose some merits and to try again. There are also 2 assist options for puzzles, the hint and the answer. The hint can be used if players are stumped and want help with the solution by looking up the hint word in the index. They'll receive a clue to the puzzle at the cost of a few merits from the puzzle's pool. The answer is not literally the answer, but it's a keyword that has an entry in the index which provides the answer. This should only be used if players are truly stuck or they just want to move on. Players will get the answer and proceed at the cost of the merits in the puzzle's pool and some cool points in my book. The other main component of these missions are the pathways. These represent the action sequences of deep space exploration. To begin a pathway, create the merit pool based on the entry in the logbook. Then, take the clear pathway screen, the marker, and the pathway card listed in the logbook. Be careful not to look at the back of the pathway card, as this holds the answer to the pathway. We don't want to cheat, do we? Next, set up the pathway card by placing it on the table face up, then setting the clear screen on top, aligning the edges perfectly. Use the marker to draw a dot on the clear screen on the spot where the white dot appears on the card. Then remove the card and place it at least 1 marker's length away from the screen. Then the real challenge begins. Using the marker, a player must draw a single continuous path from the start dot on the clear screen, doing their best to avoid the visual hazards and boundaries pictured on the card. Then attempt to interact with the goals listed in the logbook by drawing an X where they believe the goal is located. Once the player has completed the path, flip over the pathway card and place the screen on top so that they are aligned. Then check the key in the logbook. Each pathway entry has a page number for the key along the bottom. Depending on the areas the path hit or missed, players may lose merits from the pathway's pool, but only one penalty from each color of hazard. And as a Vulcan would say, to err is human. Wait, is that it or is that Shakespeare? They then read the conclusion, gaining any merits left in the pool to their envelope and erase the screen. At the end of each mission, players should count their merits in their envelope and compare the total to the ranking shown in the journal. The higher the merits, the higher the rank, all the way to Admiral if you ace all 3 missions. Make it so. And that's the basics of Star Trek Cryptic. I'm Lieutenant Commander Becca Scott. This is the USS Good Timer, and you should join our crew by giving this video a like, subscribing to the channel, and come on back for more great games and good times. Live long and prosper.